It's the penultimate round of the season in Qatar. It's the final sprint weekend of the season, and we can just go out there and enjoy. If you haven't seen the previous episode of Las Vegas, I would highly, and I mean highly, recommend go checking it out. Because, spoilers, I warned you, we are the champion. We are not only the drivers' champion, we're the constructors' champions as well. A fantastic day. Everything played out perfectly. We won the race. Norris retired late on, which means we won the World Championship with 2 races to spare. We can just enjoy Qatar and Abu Dhabi and just have some fun. You can see 6th win of the year for us. First back-to-back wins as well, with Norris and Verstappen retiring. Hamilton now 3rd in the Champions League with that podium. You got Leclerc as well, 3rd, 2nd place in the last 4 races for him. Gasly gets the top 5 in the Alpine. Sauber has scored points thanks to Hulkenberg and Bottas, or Bottas for the Sauber, Hulkenberg and Haas. Things you'd love to see in the midfield. But look at those trophies, absolute things of beauty. But yeah, we get to Qatar. Messages, not what we can do. Rivalries, obviously, rivals. We had a great day. Obviously, we've beaten Norris in the rivalry, and we've beaten Stroll. We just have Hamilton to beat, which we will do in the next 2 races. But in terms of the rest, obviously, nothing, no upgrades I can do. We do have our specialists for the final. I think this will be the final time with all 4, because I think for the final race, we're going to have 2. So, manufacturer expert, what have you got for us? Fleet, 5 wants to do those, keep tires below 200. We'll go with the complete file, actually, using 2 different engine components, that'll be fine. What's yours? Use overtake DRS for 5 seconds to weekend, that'll be simple. Material fabrication planner, complete 7 lots of practice. Stress test any tires to above the 100% wear. Well, 7 laps of practice is not possible. Stress tests at any tyres above 34% of wear. Well, does that just get 34% tyre wear? If that's the case, then that is super easy. Stress test. I'm going to guess that's what that means. Then quantity test practically using at least 2 tyres. Well, that wouldn't be easy. These are tyres. Most of these are practice. Well, I just do 2 extra laps of practice for the sake of it. So I'll do the race just if I do 5. Sure, we'll do the 7 laps of practice, why not? Yeah, contracts, everything is fine, nothing more to say there. R&D wise, nothing we can do. 598 resource points. We're just alright, what can we adapt? We'll adapt MGH reliability testing. And then we'll go with the energy store. Another couple of upgrades adapted. We just have. Well, how many have we got? Well, we haven't got this energy store because Hamilton's like, yeah, let's just put an energy store on the car. Just completely forgetting that needs to be adapted. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts to adapt. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight if we get them. Hamilton's just too busy bringing up upgrades for no reason. That is the only upgrade left in the works. I'm sure I'll chuck on another one for no reason. Vehicle wise, yeah, that's all fine. Standings. Yeah, it's just about time to Qatar. Weekly resources.
Okay, mate.
So
I'm pleased to say that our new parts have come through without any issue, so they'll be on the car, ready for the next race weekend.
I mean, I don't think we had any upgrades, but okay. Sure. If we did have an upgrade, then sure. So I can't see anything like. Oh, okay. He's purchasing a tire upgrade. Why? Sure. I guess we're getting a tire upgrade. Swear to God, if he purchases an engine upgrade when we don't need engine upgrades, then there's going to be problems. Yeah, like the MGK ones too. Some of these are quite expensive. We'll see. But yeah, I think that's everything that I can see. So let's just go to Qatar. So here we are then in Qatar. Pretty straightforward. Right weekend as it's going to be. We can preview, drivers update. 2 days and then we'll forecast. Yep, right. I mean, we're in the Middle East, so it'd be very rare if it did rain. In terms of any upgrades, McLaren have actually brought big upgrades. They've closed the gap massively to us. Ferrari and Aston Martin brought some upgrades. Williams and Haas brought some upgrades. Did RB bring an upgrade? I think RB might have brought an upgrade as well. So teams bringing upgrades to Qatar. We didn't, but we still lead. So that's pretty good. So I'm going to do practice, and I'll see you for the results of Sprint Quali. So Sprint Qualifying is coming to a close. We take pole position for the sprint, and another pole position by a quarter second over Lando P2, then 6/10 to Hamilton. Sorry for gap from P1 to P3, Aston Norris and the League of Our Own. Lewis Hamilton P3, 16 off Newbound, Oscar Piastri 17 off 4. Verstappen 9th off in 5th, Leclerc in the Ferrari 6th off with Perez, Sainz, Alonso and Gasly in the top 10. Stroll, Tsunoda, Ocon, Magnussen, Albon, Hulk, Ricciardo, Sargent, Bottas and Joe 2.3 seconds off the pace. So the field spread is quite big around here. Let's go to the sprint. We are then on the grid, pretty straightforward. 0 stop, medium tired, straight through to the end, 14-minute sprint. Everybody on mediums. Let's go to the start. So the lights on then. 3, 4, 5 lights for the sprint in Qatar, the final sprint of the year. And we are go. It's a good start for Norris. Norris gets a good start from the inside. And into turn 1. Lando Norris is going to take the lead of the sprint. Good start from Norris. He takes the lead. We have to stop down to second. Piastri gets past Hamilton as well, so McLaren. Both McLarens jumping at Mercedes. But still, P2 is not a bad start to be in. Norris looked very quick this weekend. As we saw in quali, in the sprint quali results, he is very quick. Even in practice, he was 9/10 ahead of the rest of the field. Of the rest of the AI anyway. So Norris is on a mission this weekend. Now I'm guessing that fresh engine that he's got in the back of that McLaren, doing him wonders. Question is, will he be starting at the front in the race? Because good chance he isn't. But P2 at the end of the first lap. It's not a bad place to be in. I'm happy with that. I mean, we're still not at the end of the first lap yet. Already, Perez has lost out massively. Why did I brake there? That's the first time I broke there for no reason. Even at the back, there's some squabbling. But we're going to come to the end of the first lap. But it's going to be Lando Norris who leads. Piastri's going to try and get P2 from us. But Norris leads at the end of the first lap. Yeah, I can see that. Right, P2. Let's just stay within DRS and see what happens.
Okay, clear.
Oh, when we've lost someone already. I think that's Perez. Perez is gone in the Red Bull. So a yellow flag and it's Sergio Perez on only the second lap of the sprint. Sergio Perez's day is already over. Maybe that explains his bad start. Lance Stroll's gone back down with him, and Esteban, there's all sorts of carnage. Behind, who else? Someone hit Perez, was it the Alpine? I mean, Stroll's all over the place, as is Gasly, Tsunoda doesn't know way to go. Neither does Magnussen. Ocon breaks his front wing. He's got damage. Here comes Hulkenberg. There's confirmation of Perez's sprint already over. So, Perez's day done early then in Qatar. We need to make sure we don't lose DRS to Norris here, but he started to pull away. Ocon's going to be in the pits, I'm guessing, at the end of this lap. Because he's got no front wing. But we will get DRS from Norris. Well, I guess a defense from Piastri, really. Norris, 10th and a half quick of that lap. So, okay, not too bad.
Norris has just put in the fastest lap of the race so far.
See that? Ocon stays out, so I'm guessing he's just going to firm it for the rest of the sprint. I guess there's no point wasting a set of tyres when you're not going to score points anyway, so it's going to be a long 7-8 laps for Ocon.
Okay, information on Verstappen. They've got some kind of mechanical problem.
Shocked now Verstappen's got problems, and I think it's a puncture for Verstappen. It is a surprise. Verstappen now has a problem, and it's a puncture. Which tyre is it going to be? It's going to be one of the rears. It's a rear left puncture for Verstappen. His sprint is ruined as well. So it looks like from sights. Bang, there it goes. Okay, so they ruined for Verstappen. Reset the fastest lap. We're going to run on Norris here. To the inside, Norris going to cover the inside to the outside of Lando Norris. It gets extremely close. Norris holds on. There's a sprint to forget for Red Bull with obviously Perez out of the race. Verstappen the puncture. 19th and out. Sprint to forget for them. Norris is going to let us have the inside. We'll take the inside. Norris trying to hang around the outside. Not going to get it. We're back into the lead of the sprint. First time since the start. Back into the lead. That's what I was saying about Red Bull. Not guarantee they finish third. They're like 45 points ahead of Ferrari. And at least, I mean, this is a sprint, not the main race, but few couple points there that they could have needed, potentially. So, yeah, not good for them. Not good at all. Now, will Norris have a run on us? That's going to be the question. Can he get the run? Well, no, he's not. It's going to come under pressure from Piastri. The second. Norris thought about it on the inside there, but thinks better of it. But, yeah, Norris was under pressure from Piastri. We had a good final sector, which pulled us away from Norris. So maybe we'll have this covered. 4 laps to go, though. Goes Piastri again on Norris to the outside. They're going to stay side by side this time round. I think Norris is just going to hold on again. Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Piastri's going to send it in there. And is he going to hold on? We're still side by side. Great racing between the two McLarens. And they're still side by side. That was not the time for a lock-up. No, it was not the time for a lock-up. They're still going side by side. This is great for us, though. Right, now's not the time to be locking up. Norris holds on to P2, though. Great racing between the two McLarens. But has he just lost DRS? Big final sector needed, because we can break Norris out of DRS here if we're smart. Luckily, this is our strong part of the lap. Especially the final part of this triple right and this left. And Norris out of DRS. Now, well, how's he going to defend with Piastri? Is he going to be able to? That's the question. We start the penultimate lap of the sprint.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 1.6 seconds.
And there comes Hamilton, 3 wide. Norris has really lost out on all that. And Hamilton to second. Go on, Hamilton. I mean, Norris is a sitting duck. And here comes Hamilton, 3 wide. Fantastic racing. Leclerc just watching on behind. Norris down to 4th. Will Hamilton hold on ahead of Piastri, though? That's going to be the question. Gonna be close. I think Piastri's going to... I don't know, actually. No, Hamilton gets second. Hamilton up to second. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to slow up a little bit. Give Hamilton DRS. I'm going to give Hamilton DRS on the final lap. Keep it within like 7/10 of us. That should be enough. So Hamilton has the DRS on us.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Final lap then up the sprint. Hamilton's not going to be close enough. But a fantastic team gain there to just back off enough to give Hamilton the DRS. That should be all that she writes, as they say. But yeah, final lap. Just bringing it home now. Final lap of the sprint. It's actually flown by the sprint. Been a fun little sprint. So the final one of the year. Verstappen has already caught up to Ocon, by the way. That's the difference between staying out with the front wing damage and pitting. Verstappen's already caught up to him, and he's going to beat Ocon in this sprint. It was not a full-on disaster for Red Bull. They won last. They beat a car. That's the levels for Red Bull at the moment. Whoa, a little bit of a drift there. Tsunoda's currently P8 for RB as well, so he could be scoring them a point, which would be good for them. But through the final chicane, final sector. And into the final corner. Final sprint of the year is going to come to an end. As we round the final corner, we're going to take victory in the sprint here in Qatar. Come on.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, yes, come on, we're on the podium. Good job this weekend. That's a great drive. Thank you.
We won the sprint then here in Qatar. Fantastic team game for Mercedes. Mercedes won 2. We lost in stock about Norris, but we get the lead. Get the lead, we get the win. Another sprint win. I think that's our 3rd sprint win of the year, so great result for us. Lewis Hamilton second, great result for him, 3rd second. Dropped down to 4th at the start, but gets second. A great double win on the McLarens. And yeah, some team games from us. The P2, good result for him. Oscar Piastri 3rd for McLaren, good result for him. P3 level S, Lando Norris P4, he'll be spoiled after leading on the odds, finishing fourth. Well, that was Charles Leclerc P5, best he could do with that car at the moment. Carlos Sainz P6 as well, the best he could do with Fernando Alonso getting 2 points for Aston Martin. 7th, Yuki Tsunoda gets a point for RB at 8th. Good result for him today with lots from Pierre Gasly just started the points with Magnussen, Albon, Hulkenberg, Sargent with a good result at 14th. Joe and Bottas were struggling, Ricciardo really struggling at 17th with Verstappen after his pit stop ended up at 18th. Esteban Ocon Verstappen with his puncture at 18th, Ocon with his front wing damage at 19th, and Sergio Perez the only retirement sprint in the Red Bull. So that is that then. Let's go to qualifying. So here we are then for qualifying for our one and only lap. Should be a good trusty one. Obviously, pace obviously we have to be very quick, so we're going to try and get another pole. See what we can do. Good exit final corner is needed, which we've done. Let's go. We need a low 21, most likely, so see what we can do. On the battery, good start. .9 from Norris. He is absolutely flying. Norris is just in a different postcode compared to everybody else right now. It's been a decent lap so far. Been a decent lap. Now this is our strong suit. These two, especially this corner. That's a strong corner for us. Then this left hand is also strong for us. Compared to the AI. Back on the battery. Through the final corner. What's it going to be? On the run to the line. The 20.8. We take pole again. We are flying right now. Nothing can stop us. It's just myself versus Lando Norris. We take pole position by half a tenth in the end over Lando Norris, and after that, 4 tenths to Piastri. Myself and Norris absolutely flying. We're in a different postcode. We'll create another pole for us. Lando Norris still gives off him P2 half tenths off. Oscar Piastri P3, 4.5 tenths back at over. Max Verstappen in 4th. Off second back. Charles Leclerc P5 and Carlos Sainz P6 with Ferrari for the 6th. Sergio Perez 7th with Red Bull. Not too bad. Lewis Hamilton doing disappointing for him down in 8th. Really disappointing actually for Hamilton with Albon with a good qualifying for Williams in 9th. And Pierre Gasly good qualifying for Albon in 10th. Lance Stroll ahead of Fernando Alonso. 7th and 12th for Aston Martin is disappointing. Then you have Magnussen at 13th, not too bad. Ocon 14th. Tsunoda Ricciardo for RB 15th and 16th. Hulkenberg at 17th for Haas with Sargent 18th. Bottas and Joe once again the slowest for Salvers, 19th and 20th. Pretty close qualifying. Let's go to the race.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Jones lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Oscar Piastri, Leclerc, Perez, Albon, Gasly, Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Magnussen, Ocon, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Hulkenberg, Sargent, Hamilton, Bottas, Joe, Sainz, and Max Verstappen completes the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So we're all then on the grid, pretty straightforward. One stop, mediums to hards, nothing more to say about it. The tower's pretty non-existent, so that's pretty good. But some big penalties, some big heavy hitters with some grid penalties. Hamilton, Sainz, and Verstappen all with grid penalties. 60th, 18th, 16th, 19th, and 20th. Be interested to see what their recovery could be. Everybody on the mediums. Let's go to the start. Here we are then back on the grid, ready to line up for our penultimate race of the year. AI lining up as well. So last bit of temperatures of the tyres. Go before we'll do. Come on, Verstappen. Mate, Verstappen is taking for. This is just Verstappen names, isn't it? He'll do what he wants. He's a 3-time world champion. I can't say anything, can I? He can do what he wants. Go on, Verstappen. You do you, boo. Anyway, lights run then. Finalise the drives for the penultimate race of the year here in Qatar. Very long hold from the lights. Where's the right side where we go? A lot of wheel spin. It's a better start compared to the sprint this time round. But just got to hold on. Piastri challenging Norris for second. That's big. If Piastri gets the second, which he will do. Piastri already into second. We maintain the lead up to start this time around. The lights were on for such a long time. Like, it was ridiculous how long they were on for. But we maintain the lead. Nevertheless, we do get the lead. Or keep the lead, I should say. I think Sainz has gained like 5 places, by the way. I'm not even joking. He's held the Saab was on a Haas. So I think it's another, I don't know, Peter or Williams. Sainz has had an incredible start. Now, what could Piastri do? It's going to be interesting to see what he can do. Perez in 4th as well in the Red Bull. We're already starting to see some gaps in Aston Martin. Guessing that's Alonso, because he's the second Aston Martin driver. Already has a gap to the cars ahead of him. So I believe that's Gasly in front. But end of the opening lap, then we're going to maintain the lead this time round. We're going to lead the first lap of Qatar.
DRS now enabled. DRS
Here comes Piastri. Not going to do anything. We maintain the lead. These two have been going non-stop at it, by the way. Leclerc and Perez, 4th and 5th, have been side by side this whole lap. They've lost DRS to us now. So us two are going to get away. But these two still going at it. Albon and Stroll and Gasly watching. I'm just going to drag Alonso back into the DRS though. Sainz has said he's already up to 15th. He's gained 4 places. He's got past Hulkenberg, Joe, Hamilton and Bottas. Hamilton was 19th at the end of that one. He had a bad start. Verstappen, still last. Not good for him. There comes Piastri. He's going to go for it.
Norris has just put in the fastest lap of the race so far.
Piastri takes the lead. We'll let him go. That's fine for now. Now let's see what Piastri can do in front. Perez and Leclerc, they've gone. There's just us 3 now at the front. Just us 3. We're out there on Piastri this time round. We're going to take the lead back from Piastri.
Some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible.
Back into the lead. So myself and Piastri just swapping places right now. The frustrations of Norris. Meanwhile, Hamilton and Verstappen have got past the Sauber. Sainz is actually stuck in 15th now after that good start. Meanwhile, Leclerc's got Perez as well for 4th. Piastri's falling back. Here comes Norris. Norris does not want to be stuck behind his teammate. Piastri does not have the pace. That's the thing I've seen. Piastri's got no pace. He pulled away and Piastri just could not keep up. But Norris needs to get past his teammate, which he does.
Okay,
Now what can Norris do?
Pick our moments where we use DRS. Let's try to be consistent with it going forward, please.
Norris is the one with the pace, not Piastri. Here comes Norris. Gonna go to the outside. Gonna try somewhat, have a look. Not much doing there, but we hold on for now from Norris. I feel like this is going to be a race-long battle between us two, with Piastri just watching on. Leclerc also has kept Perez at bay. Here comes Norris again. He's going to be extremely close this time round. For the outside, nothing I can do about it. Norris into the lead of the Qatar Grand Prix. He's flying right now. Tyre wear, 47% front left. What are we putting? The car's fine. Just. It's all kicking off behind. This is what Sainz is stuck behind. You got Sargent and the 2 RBs are going all over the place. This is all chaotic. Look at this. This is back racing. Sainz has got past one of them finally, but he's just stuck. I say that. Ricciardo's going to try and fight back. Meanwhile, Hulkenberg has just absolutely messed up turn 1. He saw Hamilton Verstappen's like, you know what? They're just taking now. Take my places now. I don't need it now. Then the Salvers. Norris is pulling away here. Sainz did get past Ricciardo, but Norris, he's got some pace. He definitely has some pace, does Norris. Way much, he's got the extreme English. Piastri could not keep up, that's for sure. I think if Piastri loses DRS, he'll just fall. I just don't see him keeping up with us, but right now,
The car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap.
Norris is quick. He is really quick. Carlos Sainz has finally cleared this queue. He's got past Sonoda and he's got past Sargent. He can finally get after Kevin Magnussen. He's going to clear him here. He's going to get after Magnussen, then after Rockhard. He's finally cleared him. Next up is Hamilton Verstappen's turn. Stroll up to 5th as well. Stroll's cleared Perez. Perez will have another run. He will. Stroll having a fantastic time in the Aston Martin right now. Alonso's stuck in 9th. It's like Sainz, Verstappen, Hamilton. 2 of those probably aren't going to score points today because the gaps are quite massive. P10 is for the taking because Ocon is stuck on his own. But yeah, a couple of bad races. So once again, it'll be another bad day for Verstappen. His end to the season has been horror. At this rate, Leclerc could generally catch him. To be fair, Piastri is doing a better job than I thought. I thought Piastri was going to just drop. But he's still sticking with us. But he will just not go away. Like, clearly, Piastri's got the pace. That was a terrible line. But Piastri's got pace. More pace than I thought he would. So even like in the middle sector, he's sticking with us. I can't leave a gap of like 3-4 turns to Norris, so you'll just follow me. Did we get DRS? I think it's going to be close. That was close as to whether or not we got DRS then. We did. That's huge. If we had lost DRS then, we'd be in a whole world of trouble. Try to eliminate DRS to keep up. Oh, well, this is just great. My DRS is stuck open. Oh, this is going to be interesting, isn't it?
The rear wing's stuck open.
I can see that.
Try to repair it. Hit in for repairs and be careful.
Whoa, well, this is the worst track to have that happen. And that's our race ruined. Well, it's okay, the DRS is fixed already. So we only lost 1 spot. That could be really bad. Really bad, but we get away with it. We only lose only one big moment. Piastri though has got through, which is not what we wanted. And Norris is now gone as well for DRS, so well, P2, we can definitely get P2. Norris now might be gone as a result.
Box, we're coming in this lap.
We're going to have to run on Piastri. We'll clear him. Back up into P2. But Norris is now 1.8 ahead. So we're pitting this lap. So we're going to be pitting at the end of this lap. And Norris stays out.
Okay, don't worry about that target for now. Let's just
I mean, look at those tyres. Front left 59%.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect.
Got Albon and Alonso in the pits.
Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one.
Now the question is, where will we rejoin? Brand new hard tyres? I think this is Hulkenberg and Joe.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
It's actually a horrible spot on the track. Horrible traffic. Oh, this is horrible. We need to clear these 2 now. Well, that's just great. The inside of Joe. Up into 13.
Good job. Nice overtake.
The inside of Hulkenberg. That was a much needed move. You know, he's pitting.
Lewis is in the pit.
That was
now.
much needed.
Okay, gap ahead. 1.9 seconds.
There's Norris. He's pulled away. He's pulled away. Has he moved his back the same actually? Our tied up to temperature though. Albon's lost out to Gasly as a result. The gap's about the same, I would say, actually, looking at it. And there's Piastri.
Don't forget about the overtake ERS mode in your MFT.
You reminded me of this 3 times in the last lap.
Push.
You don't need to remind me about that stupid thing all the time. So Piastri now 3 seconds behind. See, don't look what you've done. I know I lost half a second to Norris because you won't shut up, Mark. Oh, we got a yellow flag. It's an RB going slowly. I think that's Sonoda. It is Sonoda. And there is Yuki Tsunoda in the RB. His day is done here at Qatar. Second DNF the episode, all the way up to his previous DNF was China, so it's been a while since Tsunoda retired. His Qatar Grand Prix is done.
Some of this energy. Okay, some information on Norris. Okay, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Norris's issues. Lando Norris has got a problem. Well, that's huge because I was accepting, you know, Norris had this race win in the bag. Now he's got more issues. I was accepting second place, but it looks like the win might still be on. We've put up to the back of Norris. We're at a terrible time. We're at the end of the first sector. There was nothing we could do until now. Piastri's gained a full second on us. But we're going to take the lead from Norris. Nothing he can do. We retake the lead of the Qatar Grand Prix.
Brilliant, nice move. Keep going.
We're just under 8 laps to go. We retake the lead of the Qatar Grand Prix. The question is, will Norris's issues get fixed before the end of the Grand Prix? If they do, then he's still got a chance of winning. If it's within the next couple laps, but he has brought Piastri back into it somewhat, so maybe Piastri might have a shot. Because Piastri will get DRS at the end of this lap. On Norris, anyway. Well, there goes Piastri, breezing past Lando Norris for second. Nothing Norris can do. Once again, a guaranteed win goes up in smokes for Norris. Piastri's going to have DRS on us now. He really got past Norris and kept the momentum. Fastest lap from Piastri. Piastri is flying here at the end of this Qatar Grand Prix. This race was definitely not over. Can Piastri get his first win of his career? Well, he's got about 5 laps to do so. Piastri pitted 2 laps after us, so his tyres are much fresher. Nothing I can do. My front left is already at 30%. Piastri takes the lead. The Qatar Grand Prix with just under 5 laps to go. Is today the day for Oscar Piastri? And look at my front left, 30%. The rest of them are fine, but that front left taking a beating. Piastri with those 2 lap fresher tyres into the lead. It was heartbreak for one McLaren, but joy for the other. And Piastri's gone. He's broken DRS and everything. Piastri is gone. But Piastri is in a great spot right now. Also, I've got no clue what's happened to Perez and Gasly, by the way. Both Alonso and Hamilton have managed to get by them. I don't know how Hamilton's now in, what is that, P7? Not for a result. I think Verstappen's ahead of both of them as well. But Perez and Gasly really falling off right now. Yeah, Gasly was looking potentially on course for a 6th or 7th. Started struggling down to 10th, runs off the track, and now drops to 12th as Albon up to 11th and Sainz now into the points. What a horrible end to the race for Pierre Gasly. Points guaranteed to no more. The penultimate lap though here at Qatar, Piastri got to hold on. Norris I think is going to do enough as well. I don't think Leclerc will get to Norris. But only 2 laps to go. Hamilton though, he's on course to go up to P5 right now. He's about to get past Lance Stroll. Hamilton from 16th to 5th. Well, here's the thing as well, he was 19th at the end of lap 1, so effectively 19th to 5th for Lewis Hamilton is a fantastic result. He's still got a lap to hold on though. But I believe in him. I do believe in him. Here we are then to start the final lap here in Qatar.
Yes, mate, we hit the
And Oscar Piastri is 1 lap away from taking his first win in Formula 1. McLaren played the strategy games, it worked perfectly for Piastri. 2 lap fresher tyres. Yes, shut up, Mark. 2 lap fresher tyres is proving the difference here for Piastri. He's going to take his first win since his F2 championship winning year back in 2021. Norris will hold on to 3rd. Would have been a guaranteed win for Norris. His issues yet again for the 2nd race in a row with issues for Norris. Leclerc will be 4th. Hamilton with a fantastic P5. Then comes the 2 Aston Martins, the 2 Red Bulls, and Sainz are going to be the top 10. Albon and Gasly fell away at the end. But it's going to be a 2nd place for us. What would that mean is Another good result, another podium. Not quite the win, but we didn't quite have it for Piastri today. One of the McLarens, really. McLaren, they were the quicker team today. But the tyres completely gone at the end. The front left was on like 45% or something, 43. Absolutely cooked. But for Oscar Piastri, the dream day for him. He's going to run the final corner. Oscar Piastri, he's going to... I'll have too soon. Oscar Piastri wins the Qatar Grand Prix. Exactly, we'll take a fantastic P2. Still a good result.
Okay, good job, mate. Really, really well done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
Oscar Piastri, take a bow. What a performance, what a win.
The race victory and fastest lap as well today really shows the level of dominance that this driver had over the opposition. Dominance from the start to finish, and it's for the rest of the competition to try and catch them now.
Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be McLaren picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for that fantastic performance.
Oscar Piastri wins the Qatar Grand Prix. A fantastic result for him. Third on the grid, takes his first win of his career. One of the times in the first race of the season, he goes into 325 with some good red. So he does get the fast lap as well, so a great day for him all round. First Australian winner since Ricardo in 2021, I should say, not 2018, 2021. Great result for him, great job for him today. We finished in second, because still good drive from pole to second, didn't quite have the pace to the McLarens. Still P2, good result nevertheless. Lando S P3, guaranteed win, goes away again after issues with his car. Third place, so still a podium for him. Charles Leclerc P4 comes off him, 4th to 4th, the best he can do with that Ferrari. Lewis Hamilton, fantastic run for him, 16th on the grid after grid penalties, 19th at the end of lap 1, the P5, top 5 finish, great result for him in the end. The usually 60 seconds behind, it felt like it should be a lot more. Fernando Alonso, good race for him in the end in 6th, was at a quiet start, but still 9th to 6th, good result for him nevertheless. Lance Stroll, good result for him in 7th, 8th to 7th, could have been a top 5, still 7th nevertheless. Sergio Perez, okay race for him in 8th, 5th to 8th, struggled at the end, get some points at least in his penultimate race in Formula 1. Max Verstappen just gets 2 points for Red Bull after starting 20th to 9th, gets a couple of points, but again, another bad day for him, in terms of another bad race result anyway. And Carlos Sainz gets a point in the Ferrari from 19th on the grid to 10th. Had a good start and just got stuck in the end, but in the trains, but still get a point after the penalties, not too bad at the end for him. Only 5 teams getting points this weekend. Alex Albon just put out the points at the end, and the Williams at 11th. Fell away at the end. Pierre Gasly 12th for Alpine, again, which was like a guaranteed point, he has 12. Esteban Ocon 13th as well. Kevin Magnussen in his penultimate race ends up at 14th. With Daniel Ricciardo in his penultimate race 15th. Nico Hulkenberg 16th, Mexico didn't have 16th. Logan Sargent in his penultimate race 17th. Valtteri Bottas in his penultimate race at 18th. And Zhou Guanyu in his penultimate race at 19th. Just the pace of those cars really. With Yuki Tsunoda the only retirement of the race in the RB with an engine failure halfway through the race. In terms of the weekend though, Oscar Piastri picks up 32 points, 2 points off of Max Tally. Still a great weekend for him. We end up getting 26 points, equivalent to all the points for us. Lando Norris 20 points, not too bad. Lewis Hamilton 17 points, equivalent to all the points. Charles Leclerc 16, good result as well. Fernando Alonso 10 points, good result. Lance Stroll 6. Good result. Carlos Sainz 4, Aaron 4 points. Sergio Perez only 4 points for him. Max Verstappen only 2 points, so only 6 points for Red Bull. Ferrari pick up 20, and Yuki Tsunoda gets a point in the RB after his point in the sprint. Albon, Gasly, Ocon, Magnussen, Ricciardo, Hulkenberg, Sargent, Bottas, and Zhou failed to score. In terms of the championships, obviously we lead the championship 33 points ahead of Lando Norris. Can't quite get that to 100, but still good mileage price at the top. Lando Norris 33 points behind. Guaranteed second though in the championship for him, his best result of his career. Lewis Hamilton with those whole points now 16 points ahead of Max Verstappen, about for third. Has a healthy margin, but still not guaranteed P3. Max Verstappen P4 with that 2 points, now 60 points behind Hamilton. Only 14 points though ahead of Charles Leclerc, who finished P4 today, so 40 points between him and Leclerc. Could be interesting. There's a couple of potential changes there. Oscar Piastri with his first win of his career stays in 6th in the championship, so he's going to finish. Fernando Alonso with a good on points, now up to 7th in the championship. with those all the points. Ahead of Sergio Paris drops to 8th, and 1 point between those two. So, well, between those two will be interesting. Carlos Sainz going to finish 9th. He needs to win in Abu Dhabi. Jump them, but nice, pretty much. Finish a lot stronger with this all the points. Stays in 10th. 10. Pierre Gasly stays 11th. Yuki Tsunoda at that point, so he stays with his point in the sprint. Stays 12th with Gerard, but he stays 13th. Ricardo 14th with Magnussen, Ocon, Bottas. Hulkenberg, Joe 1 points. Logan Sargent, the only driver to score this season with 1 race to go. In terms of constructors, Mercedes 143 points ahead of McLaren in 2nd. Green Cup, obviously we've already won the championships. Can we get that 150? Who knows? But third job for McLaren. The game then winner today with 3rd place. They stay 2nd. Ocon 2nd for Red Bull, now 3rd. 34 points ahead of Ferrari in 2nd, ahead of Ferrari in 4th. So they should still finish 3rd, Red Bull, but closer than what it should have been. Ferrari, just it's a horrible start to the year for them. Especially horrible start to the year for Sainz. 4th, best they could do. Aston Martin, just there in 5th. And then Alpine, RB, Williams, Haas, Sauber with points. Nothing's going to change there. So nothing's really going to change the constructors. Nothing major. There's a couple of driver championship options, but most of it's pretty cool. Alonso Perez, I guess, is the big one. That's that then. Let's go to the menu. Well, we now have a rivalry with Yuki Tsunoda. I mean, it's pretty interesting. What do you want ratings? So, we rivalry with Yuki Tsunoda for 1 weekend, sure. Experience up to 72, race car up in level 18, awareness up close to level 80, stays 79, pace stays 82, focus stays 69, rating into 81. Not too bad. Firewall recognition 45, 55. We now have R&D rush, wherever that is. We'll take that. Manufacturer split up level 2, Fighting Consultant into level 3, Material Application Plan at level 2, Quality Assurance Test at level 2 as well. Nice. So, messages just about the rivalry with Tsunoda. We did have the upgrade go on the car. And everyone's gone on. Why? Excuse me? Why is everyone on? We've got 1 race to go still. We should not be on holiday. We've still got 1 race to go. Okay. I guess everyone decided they want to have a race early. A race, okay. Questionable. I can't. That's very questionable. All those are getting sacked. After they're getting fired. That's a guarantee. Rivalry. I'll see the rivalry with Hamilton. I mean, we've already won that. First to 83. We're level with Tsunoda, so that's very doable. Also, why Yuki Tsunoda is so tall in this game? Why is Tsunoda so tall? A rating graph. Still by driver ratings. Yeah, R&D, we did have that upgrade go on the car. Great, a durability upgrade right on the car, which we now need to save Hamilton. That's now another part that needs saving. It's like he doesn't want anything. Like, we need like 2,000 R&D points to save all that. That's not happening, so that's just a wasted upgrade from Hamilton. Wrong button. Yeah, Hamilton's questionable at times, but there's the championship. We lead the championship. One obviously round to go. Constructors all style sealed up. 2nd place, Piastri, first winner of the year for him. What was that? 7 different winners this season? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Piastri, the 7th different winner this year. McLaren, the 2nd team to have both drivers win after a Mercedes. But yeah, 1 more race to go. Abu Dhabi. Laps driven 899, so 900 laps driven at least. But yeah, we are near the end. 1 more race to go. Abu Dhabi. Last race on F124. Ahead of F125. Obviously, I know F125 is out, but we're getting this done. 1 race to go. Let's just go and enjoy it.